I believe you're online. Let me just check that. Yep, am I audible? Yes, I am very much audible. So, hello and welcome everyone to the Hybrid Theory Racing League. This is our Division 2 Realistic around Bahrain. This is a sprint weekend. So, unlike the other weekends, we are gonna have a sprint race along with the main race and qualifying. So, that's just gonna add an element of, well, excitement and entertainment to the race weekend order. Unfortunately, thanks to Codemaster's fantastic coding work, the game crashed on me and I have missed the first 3.5-4 minutes of qualifying, and now I need to do the rest of my setup procedures a bit later than I would have wanted to. But let me just put out the message. Yep. Alright, I believe everything is in order. I'm just gonna, well, send the link around. And, yep, I believe we are good to go. So, without any further ado, we had a few, well, issues with the game crashing and such, but nonetheless we seem to be having everything in order. And the first course of action is to check the timing charts, but as of now a lot of drivers on the out laps. Okay, there's an Alpine who's just driving the grass there. The new Alpine looks pretty good. The Abhishek has had a spin at the final corner. Alright, so let's see. Hershey is on a lap. Abhishek, who is in P3 just ahead of him, is obviously, he had a spin there. Hershey is purple, but he has also gone, as you can see over there, he's gone red, which means that that's not a problem for him. It's the Red Bull who's just got past him. I believe that is Jishnu. No, that's not Jishnu, that is Sid Venkatesh. So, Sidvi, we haven't really seen much of him in this league, and possibly this is the weekend where we see something from him, apart from a spin, and that's an invalidation as well. So, Abhishek, I believe he was finishing his lap there, Abhishek. So, that's pretty unfortunate for him. And let's see, he is up by 3.5, almost 4 seconds, and he has had another spin. So Bahrain really proving difficult for the drivers under the lights here. Let's see who else. Okay, Smith on a lap, and he is about to come into the second sector. There's an Alpine right behind him, I believe. Is that? No, that's not Pradeep. That has to be... Smith is doing race runs, I believe. So that has to be Shrikant, who is boxing as well. Yep, Shrikant is boxing. So, alright, let's go through the order as of now. So, Thakurva is currently on provisional pole, followed by Spandan in the McLaren, Shrikant in the Alpine, Manan in the Alfa Romeo, and Abhishek's in the Haas. Obviously, Manan and Abhishek's time, is not very representative. Neither is Smith. But we see a representative time being put up from TBK, Tanishq B. Kiran in the McLaren, who goes P2 within touching distance of Thakurva there. You can beat me doing race runs, but thanks to the Mercedes superior pace over the Aston and the Alpha and Co, he has gone P5 for now. For the back, we have Hershey, who is coming through these sweeping sections of corners through the hairpin, and Bharat in the Ferrari sets a fantastic lap time to go P1, provisional pole for him. Great effort by him. And okay, there's some fighting going on between the McLaren and the Aston, but Hershey taking it cautious, taking it calm and composed. He is doing what he can. Vifix has just gone to P7. Let me just pull up the tire situation for now. Yep, I always tend to forget to do that. Let's see. Sid Venkatesh also on a lap, as would be, as is Ibrahim. So, quite a few drivers on their hot laps, a few on their out laps as well, which include Jishnu, Pradeep, and, well, those are the only two on out lap right now. Caesar and Abdul are in the pits, as is Easy Level Bot. So, let's see, Hershey about to come across the line. It's been a decent lap for him from the little bit I was able to see. And we're going to be on board with him. DRS open. He has exhausted his battery resources, but he still goes P7. He is about 4 tenths up on Vifix. And let's see, Sedvi is going to come across the line. He goes P4 in the Red Bull. So maybe there's a bit more in the Red Bull. But in the real life race, the Ferrari won. Red Bull were very close to them. So let's see how Sedvi can progress up the order. You can beat me on a lap. Okay. So maybe... I believe he was... No, he's charging up. Okay, so he's not on a lap. Pradeep has just started his lap. Jishnu... Okay, somebody just finished their lap. I believe that would be Ibrahim. Possibly? Not very sure. And yes, unfortunately, I do not have anybody with me in the comms box today. So if I miss a few moments of action, please forgive me for that. Somebody just had a lap time. I believe that was Vifix. Yep, who's just gone a second and a half quicker, and he is... It's usual. It's nothing out of the ordinary for Vifix to be so high up. Disregard the fact that he has a Williams. I almost said McLaren there, harking back to the 2015 McLaren Honda days there for a moment. Let's see. Meanwhile, the Honda-powered Red Bull of Jishnu. He has started his lap, so let's be on board with him. And let me just get rid of that. So Jishnu into the end of sector 1. I don't know my corner numbers here, but he has gone purple in the first sector. Through the sweeping section, the Red Bull's superior downforce will obviously give him a lot of grip to play around with. Through the hairpin, he is being slightly cautious, I feel, with power. I think Thakur was spun out of the pit lane. Let me just quickly switch to that. Is that Thakur? Yup. And okay, the McLaren there, I hope, who is also on an outlap. Yep, both of them are on an outlap. So let's go back to Jishnu, who is coming up to the end of the second DRS zone and the end of sector 2 as well. So it is very easy to, well, lose your car here. The Mercedes getting out of the way there. This is an auto spin curve which Jishnu stays well away from, and he ends sector 2 with a time of 1 minute 6.6. So let's see. I have no idea how representative that is in comparison to the other people, but let's see. Coming up to the final corner, Jishnu has done a decent lap until now. Let's see if he can bring it home into the final corner. Seemed pretty nice. And now with DRS open, the Red Bull is going to come across the line and go to provisional pole. What a fantastic lap by Jishnu there. 128.5. Fantastic effort by him. Further back, do we have anybody? Yellow flag once again for a Ferrari. Is that a Ferrari? No, I think that's an Alfa Romeo of Manan who has had a moment. Yeah, possibly that was Manan who has had a slight moment there. Maybe just getting out of the way of the Red Bull of Jishnu, who I believe... Okay, I don't think he realized that Jishnu just finished his lap. We have Abhishek on an out lap. He had a bit of a torrid first half of the qualifying. But nonetheless, we have multiple yellow flags. Those are just cars getting out of the way there. Well, cars on an out lap getting out of the way for cars on a hot lap. And I see a Aston Martin coming across the line. That would be Smith Shah, who is doing race runs. And he is staying clean and consistent. We keep getting yellow flags into turn 1. Maybe that's just for cars who are about to... Well, TBK has a bit of traffic. I see both Astons and a Mercedes around him, but thankfully everybody stayed out of the way. TBK had a bit of a moment there into turn 3, I believe it is. Yep, I think that is turn 3. And look at him using all of the track, almost all of the track, staying within the white lines there, TBK. He is pretty rapid here, and he is up by... No, he's down by 300ths in the first sector, almost 400ths. We have a Williams who spun. That is... Oh, Thakurova has also had a significant moment there. Caesar has had a moment. Yep, so that is Mercurial Caesar in the Williams. Vifik's teammate who has, well, had some issues. Bharat is being very courteous here, letting everybody around him nice and just file away. So there's very courteous of Bharat, but he needs to get a move on, I think, for I think there's not a lot of time left in the session. TBK, we have, Abhishek's finishing his lap, and he... Oh, he's just starting his lap, so fantastic game. I thank this game so much. We have TBK. Let's just focus on him. Then we'll have a look at the rest of the cars. TBK into the final corner. He has had a decent lap. First sector he was a bit down in the first sector. Let's see as he comes up to the line. Is he going to improve? Yes, he does by 3/10. And he is within touching distance of Jishnu. So one just wonders how much did he lose out from that bit of a slip up in sector 1. Let's see the two Aston Martins coming across the line. The Ferrari of Bharat, I believe, he is starting his lap. Alright, so let's check out Abhishek's progress in the Haas. Obviously, the Haas not the best car, and I mean, you can see there Abhishek's pretty rapid driver, but he is struggling thanks to the lack of downforce in the Haas. Vishnu is second ahead. My apologies, yep. yeah, I thought it was 128, 129. I didn't realize the 28-29 difference. Sorry. Let me just, for my own sake, pull up the... Yep. Okay, so Jishnu is miles ahead. Yeah. I was just wondering how McLaren was able to keep pace with the Red Bull. So, nonetheless, let's focus on Abhishek for now, who is coming up to the final corner. And he is... Well, he's done a decent lap. I feel like he could plonk himself into the top 10. With DRS open, he comes across the line and he goes P8. Alright. So, reasonably competitive for the Haas here. Maybe he can go slightly faster, but I think he's in a comfortable position for now. So let's see, Hershey is up by a tenth. He's up by almost an entire tenth. Sorry, he's up by 100. He's up by, now he's up almost by a tenth. He has a Ferrari right behind him. That has to be Bharat. But let's focus on Hershey for now, who is, well, he could certainly put himself, well, as per the rate at which he is going right now, he would not improve beyond his current position. But let's see, he comes up to the line, he stays P11. And Bharat, I don't think he improved. No, he did improve, but yep, he improved and he is now within a second of Jishnu. But then again, Jishnu, he is, the fact that he's almost a second clear of the next car is pretty impressive. Bharat is the only one within some sort of what can be called touching distance. Well, Jishnu's teammate Sid Venkatesh coming into the final corner, and let's see, he is giving a nice tow to a few cars behind him. But with DRS open, the Red Bull goes P4. Still a second, 1.2 seconds off his teammate. Well, he would certainly want to improve from that. We have a Alpine of Pradeep who has invalidated, and I believe he's going to just start his hot lap. So, alright, so Pradeep, he is down in P14, 3.6 seconds off. A bit dismal for him, but nonetheless, he would certainly be wanting to make more of it. So, let's track his progress. We have an Alfa Romeo, I believe, of who would that be? Abdul. Yeah, that's Abdul, who is on an out lap. Bharat is on a hot lap, I believe. Is he? Let's be on board with him into the final part of sector 2. No. Okay, he is on a cooldown lap. Okay. So Sidvi also on a cooldown. Thakurva on an out lap. So we just have just over 2.5 minutes left. So if anybody wants to put in a lap time, it has to be right now. Pretty imperative for them that they spun then invalidated. And he has immediately given up on the... And he has had a moment on the... Wow. Nice drift. Nice drift, Spandan. Hershey into the box. Is he going to have enough time to come in and come out? Yeah, I think he will, yeah. So Alfa Romeo of Abdul about to set his first flying lap. And I believe it's going to be his only flying lap of the entire session. Abdul in the Alfa Romeo, we haven't seen anything from him. We've not seen anything from the likes of Easy Level Bot, Mercurial Caesar as well. So, well, let's see how they fare into this final part of the session. Abdul, well, the Alfa Romeo does look quite good under the lights here, and well, that looks pretty stunning. And as he ends sector 1, he is 28.9, reasonable, but I think you can visibly see that there's a lot more problems. Okay, who has had a spin there? Is that TBK? No, that... Oh no, Spandan! Down in P9, Bharat retired in the pit lane. Okay, Spandan is gonna box, and that is the end of qualifying for Spandan, so he cannot do any better than 9th for now. We have, well, a lot of cars on their out laps. Bharat is the only one to have retired for now. Pradeep, I'm not sure what happened to him. He was on a lap, but... Okay, I assume he made a mistake, or he's doing race runs. But yep, let's see. Caesar on an out lap. He always tends to leave it pretty late and doesn't get his lap done in until really late deep into the session. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. With about 50 seconds to go, Caesar has a sector and a half to complete, whereas Abdul just has a few 100 meters to complete, and he plonks his car up into P12, right with his teammate Manan. So, well, Alfa Romeo 6th row of the grid, I believe. Yeah, I believe that would be the 6th row of the grid. So Manan on an out lap. How many cars are going to make it to the end of the lap? Who would this be? This would not be Smith, that the other Alpha Tauri. So Thakurva, I believe, just went across the line to go P3. Great effort by him there in the Alpha Tauri. We have a McLaren coming up to the line. That is TBK, who's just about to start his lap. So a lot of drivers, I think, at least a few are not going to be able to start their final run. Who would that be? Sid Venkatesh not going to be able to start. Neither is Hershey, and nor would Caesar. Caesar can still get to the line. I think, yeah, he just made the line just in time. So, well, great effort by Caesar there. He did just enough. I think he has to use a lot more battery than he would have liked. But nonetheless, Pradeep has been disqualified for some reason. So, not sure what's happened to him. There's a lot to follow here. TBK, Sid Venkatesh can't do a lap as well. So, a couple of drivers are not going to be able to do the lap. Thakurva has finished his lap. He can't go any faster than P3. TBK in the McLaren, he seems to be doing well. But Jishnu as well, he is up by a couple hundreds, and that was, well, pretty touch and go there with the track limits by Jishnu, but he has kept it within the white lines as per the game. And let you look at him using all of the track, and that is maximizing his pace. With DRS open, the Red Bull, he has been absolutely rapid. Can he increase his lead on the field? Yes, he can by about 2/10. Jishnu goes faster, and he's into the higher part of the 128s now. So what a fantastic effort by him. Caesar about to finish his lap, but ahead of him, you can beat me Ibrahim, and you can beat me our... Okay, gonna finish together. Abhishek has invalidated. Vifix also going to finish his lap. TBK... Can he improve? Yes, he can. He displaces Thakurva. What about Caesar? He's going to come up to the line. He's getting a good tow from the McLaren of Spandan. I believe that is ahead of him. Yes, has to be. Vifix, I think, just went into the pit lane. Yep, and Caesar, he goes P8. So a last gasp drive gets him P8. 3 places down on his teammate Vifix. And now as we go into the sprint, it's a pretty shuffled up and pretty mixed up order, but it ends with Jishnu in P1 by almost an entire second. Bharat in the Ferrari, he's the closest driver to Jishnu, and he is 9.5 tenths down. I think that just speaks volumes about how well Jishnu has done in this session. TBK and Thakurva did very well, P3 and P4. Vifix in P5 as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary there at all. Caesar... Well, we could have seen a lot more of Caesar, but he chooses to not do a lap. Maybe it's smart. He's saving tires for the main race, but let's just go through the order for now. Jishnu he takes provisional... No, not provisional pole. He takes pole position. Bharat in the Ferrari is P2. TBK in the McLaren P3. Thakurva P4. Both of them are just over a second slower than Jishnu. Vifix P5 in the Williams. Sid Venkatesh in the Red Bull goes P6. Shrikant in the Alpine P7. Caesar with that last gasp dash to the line, he goes P8. Abhishek's P9 in the Haas, Spandan P10 in the McLaren, Hershey Aston Martin P11, Manan and Abdul Alfa Romeo P12 P13, Ibrahim 14th, you can beat me 15th, Smith 16th, Easy Level Bot 17th, Pradeep 18th, he got disqualified. So Easy Level Bot did not set a lap time, and well, he was the only one to not set a lap time. Pradeep did, and he got disqualified for some reason. And well, nonetheless, we now move on to the sprint race. Sprint races have the tendency to be pretty entertaining, and well, I just hope that this one holds up to that record. Oh, just a second. Alright, we have 10 seconds to go for the sprint. If anybody's in chat, I would like for you to put down your predictions for the finishing order of the sprint and the main race. I would like to see some bold predictions being put in, and let's see the tire situation. I expect everybody to be on the mediums, but I expect somebody to have taken a gamble and gone to the softs. Is my gamble right? We have a McLaren of Spandan who's just gone into the wall, but let's see. Do we have anybody or nobody on the soft tires? So Well, the gamblers are... Well, nobody's a gambler here. Everybody on the mediums. So, well, there's no element of strategy here involved. TBK is... Oh, he's been overtaken by Thakurva. And there's a significant gap, or was a significant gap between him and Bharat. So, I'm not sure what's happened here to them. Pradeep is the last car. Okay, somebody just destroyed the polystyrene barrier. Goodbye to the polystyrene barrier there. Let's just see, everybody's staying pretty calm and composed. Ibrahim and Abdul trading places there. Was it Ibrahim and Manan? No, it was Ibrahim and Manan. So, well, the formation lap not being very nice to either of them. Let's see. Yeah, Spandan is the last car. He is going to be the last car. So, it's a bit of an anomaly to have the driver in P10 and be last. We usually don't see drivers spin too much on the formation laps. Spandan, alright. Up ahead, Jishnu and Bharat are pretty much... Well, they've dashed away. And, well, Thakurva is ahead of TBK. Is that mind games? I'm not very sure. Jishnu... Oh, he fell back as well. So, as of now, Bharat is the pack leader. And we have, well, to see a Ferrari at the front of the field is always lovely. Lovely. A bit of bias there, possibly. But, yeah, nonetheless, we have the two Italian teams, AlphaTauri and Ferrari, pulling up to their grid slots. They are going to be starting one behind the other. Bharat ahead of Thakurva, and let's see the rest of the grid. Wow, TBK got pretty close to... Who's that? Okay, we have a Williams of Vifix, I believe. Yup, who's had a moment. And he phases through his teammate, or does he? No, he does not. So, a bit of a confused order as of now. Spandan, is he still the last car? No, that's not he. It's the AlphaTauri of Easy Level Bot and Pradeep. So, as soon as they come up to the line... come up to the grid slots rather, it is going to be time for the fire lights to go out. So please put in your predictions. It's better to be earlier. Okay, 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's a bit of a pause and it's lights out and away we go. It's a great start for Thakurva, as you can see there, but look at the start that Vifix got. He has just jumped up the order. He is now battling away with the McLaren and he's being squeezed into turn 1. They all file. What is this camera angle game? Come on. Okay, Sid Venkatesh retired from the session. His car is stranded there and Jishnu Bharat retained their position. Caesar has jumped up from 8th all the way to 3rd. A lot of position trading going on. Manan got a fantastic start. There's an AlphaTauri driving off the track there. Wow, there's a lot of chaos there and the game did not do me any favors by giving me... What a fantastic camera angle. Okay, Caesar gets a penalty for collision with TBK. And further back, there's a lot of battling going on. And, well, there's been a lot of chaos. But up ahead, we have... Okay, what's happened to Abhishek? Who's had I think he's had a spin. Yep. Into the infields there, we saw Thakurva have a moment there. Spandan and Harshi pretty close. And Vifix, he had a bit of a torrid start. He would want to get his race back into contention. But up ahead, Bharat, despite being over a second behind Jishnu in qualifying, he is not letting Jishnu run away. He is keeping Jishnu pretty honest, and the Ferrari really coming alive under the lights here in Bahrain. And wow, I thought he almost had a moment there. Caesar, wow, amazing start for him. Up into P3. Super unfortunate for Sid Venkatesh there in the Red Bull. He's going to take no further part in the sprint because he is, well, retired. Let's have a look at the position changes. But yep, and as you can see there, Manan and Caesar they've gained by an absolute mile. 5 places and 7 places up respectively for Caesar and Manan. And let's see into turn 1, anybody looking to make a move. Abdul possibly on Ibrahim. They get close and Abdul does go for the move. Ibrahim gives him enough space. They're still side by side. I think they almost made contact, but they're still side by side going into turn 4. And well, for whatever reason, the Alfa Romeo has superior straight line speed, but yep, Ibrahim holds on to the position for now. Further back, Pradeep struggling and Easy Level Bot getting past him. No, he does not get past him, but he is, well, right within touching distance there. Abdul pretty close to Ibrahim here. Ibrahim does not seem to be having the best of times on those medium tires. And well, Abhishat's lost 8 places. And speaking of losing places, Harshi's lost a place to Vifix, and he could lose a place to Shrikant as well. They come very close, the Aston Martin and the Alpine and the AlphaTauri. Well, AAA. Aston Martin, Alpine and AlphaTauri. All of them are pretty close, and THTRL looking to send a move, or at least send a letter of intent over to Shrikant. Shrikant himself sending quite a few letters of intent to Hershey, shading the fact that he wants to get ahead. He wants to get ahead of the Aston Martin there. So let's just go back to the tyre situation maybe, and let's just have a look at penalties. The only driver who has a penalty is Caesar, who has a penalty for a 5-second for a collision with TBK. And so Shrikant getting past Hershey with ease. I mean, it was pretty unfortunate there for Hershey, but then again Shrikant went in a bit too hot into the final corner. DRS is enabled. We are now going to see a lot more moves being made, and look at this three-way battle into turn 1. This is lovely. It's very reminiscent of 2018, where we saw 4 drivers battle into turn 1 in the real life race, but in this case THTRL comes out on top, and the Aston Martin and the Alpine they make contact, and they make contact again. Proper wheel banging going on here between Hershey and Shrikant Das. But up ahead it all seems to be pretty jolly for Jishnu and Bharat, who are well miles ahead of the field. Easy Level Bot gets past Smith Shah, so Pradeep, well, Easy Level Bot couldn't get past Pradeep there, and Smith not really able to make too many inroads. Has he? I don't think he has. No, he's retained position. So Pradeep actually has gained 4 places, so well, kudos to him, props to him. But up ahead, okay, Shrikant very close to Hershey into this double left-hander, this hairpin turn, and he tapped Hershey's rear end there. But let's have a look. Sector 2, yellow flag 4. Who's that? TBK. Is that TBK? Yep, it is TBK. So the McLaren of TBK, who had a decent start, has now spun and is now down in P10. Up ahead of him is the battle we were following just before that, which is, look at this fantastic gaggle of cars here. Hershey and Shrikant are now leading an absolute array of cars. Wow, Ibrahim is still stuck, but look at Shrikant once again looking to make the move on Hershey. They come very close to contact. Up ahead of them, THTRL has just run away. 2.5 seconds between Hershey and THTRL. Wow. I think that just goes to show. Wow, what is this? What is this going on? TBK making an aggressive move with the help of DRS. He can make those aggressive moves. He almost squeezes Shrikant there, but he gets into turn 1 ahead of the rest. And look at the 2 Mercedes battling. Toto Wolff will not be enjoying this. But okay, the Lewis Hamilton You Can Beat Me car gets ahead of the George Russell car, so I think he will be pretty pleased with that. Easy Level Bot and Abdul Samad battling. Shrikant and Hershey still battling. Hershey pushing the limits of the... Okay, well, Bharat and Jishnu pretty close here. This is for the lead of the race. Red Bull versus Ferrari. We saw this in real life. Are we going to see a repeat of this throughout the entirety of the sprint and the main race? Manan and Spandan very close as well. But let's focus on Bharat for now, who, well, has come alive in the sprint here. Fantastic racing and driving by him. Further back, Hershey and You Can Beat Me in a bit of a tussle. I think You Can Beat Me got the move done pretty well, and Abdul Samad down in last. Smith is why? What are they doing here? Nonetheless, let's focus on the lead here between Bharat, for the battle for the lead between Bharat and Jishnu. So Bharat needs to get a good exit out of this corner, which he kind of does, and with slipstream and DRS and battery, he would likely be sizing up a move into turn 1, and well, he is not really gaining at a fast enough pace at the moment, and the Red Bull stays ahead. Bharat came in a bit too hot, I feel, into turn 1, but through turns 2 and 3, Abhishat and Pradeep, I believe Pradeep has had a moment. Yep, Pradeep has had a moment, and Bharat, well, he came pretty close, but he's not been able to do much henceforth. Okay, Shrikant and You Can Beat Me into turn 1, the Mercedes and the Alpine. Wow. Make of that what you will, stewards. I'm just a humble commentator. Hershey once again on Shrikant. And what a fantastic battle this is. Shrikant really elbows out here. Battling with You Can Beat Me, and Hershey gets back ahead of Shrikant. So this battling has not helped them whatsoever, because now the both of them are sideways. Wow, that was not necessary. That was not necessary in the slightest between Hershey and Shrikant, and that has ended in tears for both of them, because they're now relegated to P15 and 16, just ahead of Pradeep, who obviously had a massive moment. Ibrahim getting pretty close to Abhishek, but staying in P12 for the moment. And a lot of battles going on here. Vifix, he is still looking to salvage after a bad race start, and he has just gained a position thanks to Manan's spin. So Manan in the Alfa Romeo, maybe he's just not used to the Alfa's handling model, and he has had a spin. 5 laps into this race, we have seen some absolute chaos and drama, and we still have half the sprint left. So, well, sign me up, for I want some more of this. Let's have a look. Everybody's staying pretty consistent and clean, it looks like. Up ahead, see Bharat, he is within touching distance, but that's it. He's not able to touch the Oracle Red Bull Racing car ahead of him. So that's all he can do for the moment. Abhishek's an easy level bot into turn 1. The Haas getting ahead of the AlphaTauri, but he goes very deep into that corner. Easy level bot will be looking for the switchback here, which he does not really get. With DRS, however, he might have a chance. And into turn 4, he sends him down the inside, and it's pretty easy. Or is it? Abhishek's, wow, that's a nice camera angle. Thank you, game. If only you could have given me a nice camera angle at the race start as well, I would have really appreciated it. That was pretty bad at the race start. And okay, Hershey and Srikanth, after their incident 1 lap ago at this very section of corners, are now done in P15 and 16, chasing after Abdul, who was last for a brief moment until Pradeep took away that mantle from him. I'm not sure what to say, but okay, let's focus on Bharat, who is still within touching distance of Jishnu. I think he got a much better exit this time, but then again he's too far back, and look at the way Jishnu gains on the straights. It's quite impossible for Bharat to do anything. Into turn 1, nothing happening here. Yep, and I am audible. Just wanted to have a second check, mic check. Yep, nothing happening here, but Manan under attack from You Can Beat Me. So after his spin there, Manan has, the Mercedes just annihilated the Alfa Romeo down the straight there. Superior straight line speed, and Manan is now down into P9. So what was possibly a P5 has now become a P9, and he's not going to score any points as well. So super unfortunate for Manan, but the sprint is not over yet. Up ahead, the same old story here. Manan within touching distance, but can't do anything. However, Bharat, he is probably charging up his batteries, and Pradeep with the fastest lap there, taking it off. I believe it was Jishnu, couldn't have been anyone else. Caesar is down by 8 seconds, but he's still holding on to P3. An amazing effort by him there in the Williams. But he is being chased down by Spandan, so how long till Spandan can get past the Williams? And it's a Williams sandwich for Spandan. Caesar ahead of him, Vifix behind him. Well, let's see how it goes for them. Harshy still stuck behind, so his race was pretty much, in shambles after the contact with Srikanth. But then again, okay, let's see. Manan on You Can Beat Me. Can he make a move into turn 1? Can he retake the position that was lost just a lap ago? It's the same drivers, the same patch of tarmac, it's the same cars. Can Manan make the move into turn 1? He seems to be a bit too far back for now, so nothing doing. Let's focus on Ibrahim and Smith, who are a lot closer, and Ibrahim can't really defend the DRS attack. He may be in the superior car, but the superior straight line speed with DRS for Smith really helping him out, and into turn 1 the Aston Martin is ahead of the Mercedes, and Ibrahim is missing an end plate. So that's not going to do him any favors at all, but Smith got a pretty bad exit out of turn 3, and into turn 4 the Mercedes. Can he make the move around the outside of the Aston Martin? No, he cannot. And Ibrahim has to settle for P13, or does he? He seems pretty racy despite the lack of a right end plate, but yep, he has to cede position to Smith for now, and chasing them is Abdul. Abdul on those everybody's on the mediums, only Pradeep is on the softs, and he is in a race of his own. Unfortunate for him, but he does have the fastest lap, so if that's any consolation for him, Ibrahim going very deep into turn 9 there, and Vifix getting past Spandan. No, Vifix battling with Spandan, so these two, it was inevitable that Vifix would get past at some point. The car is nothing. The car means nothing to Vifix. He treats every car like, well, the W11 from 2020. And, well, look at that. He's already 7/10 clear of the McLaren here. And even with DRS, Spandan can't do much. And, yep, it's Williams 3-4. Not every day you get to say that. Hershey gets a penalty, but he's down in P15, so it's pretty inconsequential for him. Let's have a look. Easy level bot and Abhishet's very close. Abhishet's and Manan very close. Manan really tumbling down the order here. Not really having the best of times on those mediums in the Alfa Romeo. And yeah, through turn 4, nothing doing for him here. Easy level bot on Abhishet's. Okay, Ibrahim still battling with Smith, and this is the same corner where we saw last lap these two battling, but Ibrahim once again has to stay. Well, hold on. He can't do much, and even with the lack of a fronting, Manan once again has a spin. He is now outside the top 10. Oh no, super unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver here. He's in the Guan Yu Zhou Alpha, so I mean, he now has to hold off Smith, who is not necessarily one who is going to hold back. He is going to make an overtake if he sees an opportunity to do so. And we have the race leaders on the final lap. Bharat has, well, he fell back from Jishnu. He is now no longer within DRS range. And Jishnu has started his final lap. It's been a pretty amazing race for him in every way. And, yep. Nothing troubling him, but troubling Spandan is Thakurva, and troubling Thakurva is TBK. And what's happened to Spandan? He's just gone super deep into turn 1 there. Wow, didn't really notice that until, well, I saw him on the cinematic camera there. Spandan just dropping 2 places for no reason whatsoever, and well, now he is down in P7. So Spandan, I'm not sure what happened to him. Pretty odd moment for him there. And so the Williams boys seem to be holding on to P3 and P4. Bharat getting within a second, but it's too late, I think. I don't believe Jishnu is going to make any mistakes as of now. TBK getting close to Thakurva, but then again, I think it's too late to call it now. Thakurva will certainly have some battery. We not really seeing any lights flashing, so I believe everybody has been pretty clever and has saved up their batteries. Let's have a look at the battles going on. Manan, Smith, and yes, Smith did get past Manan there. So the Alfa Romeo really tumbling down the order after his spin there. But let's just change our focus onto the leaders here. Jishnu has driven a pretty flawless race. Led from start to finish. Did not get the fastest lap, but he is going to win the sprint. Followed by Bharat, who kept him honest. Stayed within DRS and, well, kept Jishnu really honest. These two are 12 seconds ahead of the next car, Caesar. I think that speaks volumes. Amazing drive by Caesar as well, but he has his 5-second penalty, which is going to dump him down. Is he going to be dumped down to P6 or P7? Yep, Caesar drops down to P6. Super unfortunate for Caesar here. And let's have a look at the rest of the field. Manan, he can't do anything. Can Ibrahim and Abdul? Okay, there's still a battle going on here. And no, I think, yep, Abdul does finish ahead in the end. So, pretty eventful race. Jishnu, he took pole, he won the sprint, and he's going to start the main race from position 1. Bharat is his closest rival. He is going to start P2. And, well, Vifix going to start P3. Caesar, he had that contact with TVK at the race start, which has dumped him down to P6. So, I mean, he did have the pace. So, let's see what they can do from here. So a pretty entertaining sprint race comes to an end with Jishnu starting and finishing in P1, Bharat starting and finishing in P2. They were both miles clear of the next car. Caesar finished P3, but he had a penalty, so Vifix is promoted up into P3. Thakurva is P4. TBK is P5 in the McLaren. Caesar P6, he made contact with TBK and he finished just behind the McLaren driver. Spandan P7, he had a very odd moment in the last lap there. You can beat me in the Mercedes, finishes P8. He scores the solitary and the last point for the sprint. Abhishet's P9 in the Haas, is level bot P10 in the AlphaTauri. Further back, Smith in the Aston Martin P11. Manan P12, he had a lot of spins and just a pretty dismal sprint race. Shrikant P13 in the Alpine, Abdul P14 in the Alfa Romeo, Ibrahim P15, Hershey P16, and Pradeep is the last of the finishers. He was P17 and Sid Venkatesh did not finish the sprint race. Well, he got taken out or whatever, he retired at turn 1. So, well, not going to pass any judgments about who took out who. I'm just a simple commentator. We see the fireworks there. I would ask for the Bahrain government and the race organizers to control their emotions. The sprint has ended. We still have an entire 29 lap race to go. So after what has been a very entertaining qualifying and a sprint race, we now are waiting for the main race to begin. And yep, 30 seconds to go. So anybody and everybody in chat as to what the top 3 would be. I think it's pretty safe to bet on the existing top 2, Jishnu and Bharat, but I would expect to see a few opportunistic, well, guesses being put in as well. I mean, no one had expected for Esteban Ocon to win the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. No one expected for Pierre Gasly to win the 2020 Italian Grand Prix. So you never know. Put in your predictions. Who knows what could happen. So as we wait for the formation lap, let's have a look at the I am stuck. My controller is not responding, which is pretty odd because what is going on? I'll just take this moment to change my controller. Okay, I'm not very sure what's happened to my controller here or my game possibly. It is probably the game. I don't think my console is gonna have such issues. Yep, everything froze for a moment. So let's have a look at the tire situation. We have a gambler TBK on the soft tires in the McLaren. From P5 we expect him to get a pretty rocket start. And we have a couple of drivers on the hard tires as well. We have Abdul and Ibrahim who are both disqualified, but Abdul is on the hard tires, as is Pradeep and Sid Venkatesh. So Sid Venkatesh starting last, he can take a few risks as well. He needs to just play it safe, play it clean, and not do anything beyond that. So let's see a bit of bunching up going on here. Yep, and anyways, Jishnu is gonna lead the drivers away, and I mean, TBK, how much of a threat is he gonna be at the race start? He's a pretty rapid driver, so I expect him to be a significant threat at the race start. But let's see. Anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. I always love to put that line in. Always. Okay, Spandan has had a spin. Spin done. That comes back. So everybody is approaching the grid and nobody has been disqualified apart from Abdul and Ibrahim. Well, they're still pulling up to the grid, so anything can happen in Formula 1. Let me just have a check. Okay. Yep. Everybody seems to be alright. We have Sid Venkatesh as the last car on the grid. So I hope the game gives me a good camera angle this time around. Please, game. Please. It's not a lot I ask for. So nonetheless, we are going to have a bit of a, I don't know what to call it. It's going to be a bit of a small shuffle. But after that, we are going to have 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's a bit of a pause. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a fantastic start for Bharat. But Vivek's once again getting a phenomenal start. He's between the, well, he's alongside the Ferrari there and into turn 1 once again. Thank you, game, for giving me such fantastic camera angles. Well, the Alfa Romeos and Mercedes were pretty close there into turn 1. They were almost sideways, but Caesar, he's not had a very good start. TBK has had a phenomenal start and he's gone up into P2. What a fantastic start by the McLaren driver there. He is chasing down the race leader, Jishnu. amazing. Spandan tumbling down the order. Bharat not necessarily having the best of race starts himself. And into this hairpin. What's going to happen? Everybody seems to be going pretty clean. They're very close, but they're staying clean. So that is pretty good from everyone. Abhishek's looking to make a move on Spandan. Can he make it into turn 9 into this sharp left-hander? He cannot. So the field is pretty similar as of now. Sidvi once again has a moment on lap 1. Let me just change over to the interval here, which is going to make it easier for me to follow battles. Yup. So Abhishek's very close to Spandan, the Haas and the McLaren. We've seen it with Daniel Ricciardo and Kevin Magnussen. They came to blows in Brazil. I hope they don't come to blows here. And as we end lap 1, TBK has really been a major threat to those around him, for he has stolen their positions. He's not caused them any grief, but he has gone up into P2. But Jishnu still holds on to the lead. In the Red Bull there, he's some phenomenal pace by Jishnu, who is, well, miles clear of everyone as of now. But Abhishek's on Spandan, no, this is Caesar on Abhishek's, and well, this is a nice train, it's a nice gaggle of cars, and well, Abhishek's, he can't really get past the McLaren. He gets close, but he can't get past, so that must certainly be frustrating him. Shrikant and You Can Beat Me coming very close, but obviously everybody's front wings look intact as of now. And okay, Shrikant, I think that was a bit close between him and You Can Beat Me, but yep, nonetheless, Sid Venkatesh after a spin, he is still caught up to the back of the field there. He is now looking to make a move on URL Pradeep AZ. Not on this occasion, but maybe after a few corners he probably will get the move done. TBK is pretty close to Jishnu. Can he do anything? Shrikant and Thakur were battling, or did Thakur have a moment? I think Thakur had a moment. Okay, look at this set. As group of cars here, Manan and Smith very close once again. They were pretty close in the sprint race as well. Hershey and Smith very close. Smith once again, he is... What's happening to Smith? I'm not very sure. Up ahead, TBK getting ever closer to Jishnu. And as we enter lap 3, we have seen no safety car, no signs of a safety car either. Everybody seems to be driving pretty clean, pretty well. And TBK, is he going to set the fastest lap? Yes, he is. Bharat and Vifix battling, and Bharat getting past the Williams there. And I mean, it's wow. The Williams has nothing at all, but Vifix has a lot to give. Let's follow this battle as well a bit later on. But up ahead, TBK with DRS open. I'm not sure what's he going to be able to do. Smith in the pit lane. Does he have damage? He has front wing damage possibly. What's happened to Spandan? After his many... Well, he's lost a lot of places and his not the best of starts. He is now down in P16 without a front wing. Smith on the softs. I think he anticipates some chaos. I think it's clever to do so. Look at how closely the cars are bunched up. Abhishek's... did Abhishek's and Spandan have a bit of a coming together? I hope not. Abhishek's front wing looks completely intact. Caesar went very deep there. Yeah, I did not dream that. And Easy Level Bot it's going to be easy pickings for Easy Level Bot in the AlphaTauri, who gets past Caesar with ease. It's not even a competition there. Caesar, he made a mistake, or maybe it was... Okay, he has a switchback done on Easy Level Bot. Wow, they are very close, the two drivers. And Easy Level Bot has to hold on. Relegated back down to P7, and Shrikant, pretty rapid. Let's have a look at the position changes for now, but also let's have a look at TBK, who is putting Jishnu under threat as they go into turn 1. Is the McLaren driver going to be able to get past the Red Bull driver? Bharat with the fastest lap. So you must assume that TBK is running out of battery or running out of tires. But into turn 1, Bharat, he's going to get the best view of these two battling. And well, the Ferrari straight line speed, what's the Ferrari going to be able to do? Spandan in the pit lane. Let's see what's happening. Ibrahim has had a moment. No, Abhishek has had a moment. Yup, it is a white colored car, and so the two of them were battling for P5, and now both of them are at the back of the field, Abhishek and Spandan. But nonetheless, let's have a look at Bharat, who is very close to TBK. And TBK was himself not that far from Jishnu either. They're going to the turn 9 left-hander. Who gets the best exit out of this corner? So Ibrahim, Abhishek and Sid Venkatesh are fighting. We will get back to that a bit later. Let's see. Well, nothing doing at the moment for these three. So let's focus on this battle, which I said we will come back to later. Smith in the pits once again. So what's happened to Smith? Has he lost a front wing again, or not sure? Maybe he's just getting his mandatory out of the way, possibly. Who knows? Let's have a look. All around Shrikant, he is right behind Easy Level Bot, who himself he's within touching distance of Caesar. And well, Shrikant looking pretty rapid here in the Alpine. I would say that the Alpine is the superior car as compared to the Alpha Tauri. P4 versus P9 in the constructors, Alpine versus Alpha Tauri. And on the straights, however, Alpine not really the best. Up ahead, Bharat with a great exit out of turn 3. But as they go into turn 4, is the Ferrari driver going to make a move inside, outside? Nowhere, he stays back for now. Further back, a few battles going on. Hershey and Abdul Samad, very close, but pretty respectful between the two of them that they kept it clean. Sid Venkatesh is going to get a great view of this battle, and he's himself going to look to get involved and get past the Aston Martin of Hershey. Wow! Great opportunism by Sid Venkatesh there, who is also now sizing up a move on Abdul. So I think Sid V is coming alive. He is on the hard tires and he's defending from Hershey. Wow, the Aston Martin pretty racy and pretty feisty as well. Looking to make a move. Up ahead, Bharat still not able to get past TBK. TBK, how long till his tires die out? The soft's not necessarily known for being the best tire around here. Abhishek's getting past Hershey. Unfortunate for Hershey, but fortunate for Sid Venkatesh, who is now past the Alpha Romeo of Abdul Samad. Hershey now down in P14. He has been relegated down, and Bharat has got past TBK. So TBK made a pretty significant error there, I feel. So now he is down in P3. This is... he needs to make a move. What can Bharat do to defend? What can TBK do to attack? Is TBK going to go for a dive into turn 1? No, he decides to hold on. Is he going to go for the better exit out of turns 2 and 3? Not necessarily, because he's fallen back by a bit. Vifix in all this has been able to stay within touching distance of the top 3. And yeah, okay, Abhishek and Abdul very close into turn 1. These two, they don't come to blows, but they do eventually. And Abdul loses his front wing. Abhishek is facing the wrong way. Is that going to be a safety car? This is a very infamous corner at Bahrain. Well, it's a few hundred meters before that. But, yep, Abdul without a front wing. It was pretty respectable until it wasn't for these two. And Spandan with the fastest lap. Bharat now is free to charge after Jishnu. So, I think Jishnu had to use some amount of battery to defend against TBK. Is this gonna benefit Bharat? I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, nonetheless, let's just have a look. Caesar under attack from easy level, but this has been the case for quite a few laps now. Shrikant is fallen back by a bit. Abhishek and Abdul still battling, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Yep, Abdul with no front wing has to let Abhishek go without doing much there. I'm not really finding my words today. Bharat chasing after the race leader. Jishnu, TBK staying with them. He's not gonna pit. I would have expected him to make a strategy call right now. But let's go further back onto Thakurva, who's making a move on Shrikant into turn 1. The Alpha Tauri versus the Alpine, and the Alpine does not get the best of exits there. And in the second DRS zone, it's going to be pretty easy pickings for Thakurva, who is going to pull alongside the Alpine and get past. So, okay, they make slight contact there, Shrikant and Thakurva. And this is going to open an opportunity for You Can Beat Me. No, it is not. Well, let's see. Okay, Bharat getting pretty close to Jishnu, and he got a fantastic exit as well. Is this where the lead of the race changes hands? I think by nature, Jishnu is either running really low downforce, or the Red Bull is just that much better in a straight line. Abdul in the pits onto the softs as well. So a lot of drivers who pitting going onto the soft tires. So none of them anticipate, all of them anticipate chaos. But in all of this, Smith is still in last place. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Not really having the best of starts to this particular race. But somebody who's had a pretty decent start has been Bharat, who is now chasing after Jishnu. And in the Carlos Sainz Ferrari, can he get past the Max Verstappen Red Bull? These two battled in Canada in real life, Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. And the Red Bull driver came out on top. Is this the place where the Ferrari driver can assert his dominance over the Red Bull? Through turns 2 and 3, no, Bharat can't really get past Jishnu. It's a bit too challenging for him, I feel. Maybe he's just running too much downforce, I feel. TBK has fallen back by 2 seconds, so he should really consider strategic gamble at this point. Yeah, look at the way his rear end just stepped out there at turn 4. Yeah, TBK, he's losing time to Vifix in the Williams. Nothing doing, I think he should just pit. Any tire could work at the moment. Maybe he's trying to get his softs to last long enough so that he can directly go into the mediums and avoid the hards completely. It's a possibility. Let's see Sid Venkatesh on Manan. Sidvi has been pretty feisty, and Manan has a moment there, and into the turn 9 left-hander. Can Sid Venkatesh make the move? They get very close. He spooks Manan almost. But Sid Venkatesh stays back for the moment. Up ahead, Bharat once again getting close, but as has been the case in a straight line, yeah, Bharat gains massively through the corners, but it's just not enough. He loses so much time down the straights. Sid Venkatesh did get past Manan here with DRS and a bit of skill as well. So great by Sid Venkatesh to get past the Alfa Romeo. Easy level bot. He's been stuck behind Caesar for too many laps now, and TBK stays out. Why? We have a yellow flag in sector 3 for "You Can Beat Me." Well, a few people have beaten him there, and he is now down in P11. It's pretty straightforward for everyone here. Not a lot of chaos going on. Manan chasing down Sid Venkatesh, but he gets a pretty bad exit. Sid Venkatesh himself gets badly out of shape there, out of turn 3 and into turn 4. Let's see if Manan can make a move going on board with him. No, he cannot. The Red Bull is just... It's just way too superior. Sid Venkatesh... Yeah, he is... I mean, not a lot is happening. Just have to shuffle through the order to have a look at what's going on. Thakurva, he has to defend from Srikanth. He has been doing so for a few laps now. How long can he continue to do so? Well, let's see. The field is pretty spaced out, so not a lot to follow. TBK and, well, Vifix, they are pretty close. And TBK, he is struggling, and he is still not gonna box. No, he's gonna box pretty late. So nice call by him. He gets a 5-second penalty. I was just gonna say that I hope he doesn't get a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which he has promptly gone and done so. Vifix now up into P3. He got some nice DRS thanks to TBK. Now TBK is gonna have to if TBK goes on to the hard tire, so he could have gone a few laps earlier. I don't understand why he waited so long on the softs. Surely the time that he's lost staying on those extra laps on the soft tires has not really done him much good. And on these cold hard tires, he's now under threat from Hershey. But yep, nothing doing there, and he is warming up his tires. And, well, okay, stewards can make of that what they will. I thought that was a pretty late regen onto the racing line there for TBK. But, yep, nonetheless, easy level bot. How long is he going to be stuck behind Caesar? He must be getting frustrated and under his, well, light blue and orange helmet there. Not necessarily a turquoise helmet, but it's a light blue and orange. Let's get back to the other orange battle here between TBK and Hershey. I expect TBK to just take another sector to, well, the end of the sector to have his tires properly warmed up, and so easy level bot is that a lot closer on this occasion. Is he gonna make a move into turn 1? My apologies there. Easy level bot into turn 1. He goes for the inside outside, and he locks up, as did Caesar, I believe, and now into turns 3, 2, 3, and approaching turn 4. Nope. Easy level bot has to hold on for now. TBK has pulled away from Hershey. Even with DRS, the Aston Martin can't really do much. And yeah, it's not really paid off well, their gamble, for Spandan, Ibrahim, Abdullah and Smith, who are still down in last. And well, they have a lot of work to do if they want to make something out of their race. Bharat still keeping Jishnu relatively honest, but I mean, I think then again, Jishnu knows that he has the straight line speed to counter Bharat's attack. Easy level bot on Caesar. A battle for the ages. 11 laps it has been going on and nothing has come of it. Easy level bot stuck behind Caesar for now. And further back, Pradeep chasing after Hershey, and Abhishek has a massive slide there. Wow, just happened to catch that, and well, he's not okay with that. I don't think that necessitates a penalty for Abhishek, but the game thinks otherwise, because obviously the game is pretty flawless. Pradeep on Hershey, he can't get anything done on this occasion. As the race is getting pretty, everybody's settling in. I don't expect a lot to happen from here on. You Can Beat Me chasing after Manan. These two had a good battle in the sprint. Are they gonna have a battle here as well? It seems like it. It seems like the build up to it, as You Can Beat Me getting pretty close to Manan, but then again he's not able to make the move on this occasion. Sector to yellow flag. What's happening there between the Aston Martin and the Alpine of Pradeep and Hershey? Well, I just saw that in the cinematic shot there. I was just wondering what's happened. Oh no, sector 2, my apologies, that has to be Smith. Okay, he is almost gonna be lapped by Jishnu and Bharat, so he needs a safety car right now to help his cause. Ibrahim in the pits, sector 1, yellow flag. What's happened to Spandan? I believe it is. Yup, Spandan, he's had a spin. He's kept his front wing intact, but nothing more beyond that. Smith has to do, he really has to pull out all the stops to make sure that he stays ahead of the Red Bull of Bharat, Red Bull of Jishnu and the Ferrari of Bharat. These two closing in at a rate of knots. Smith on Ibrahim. Ibrahim boxed pretty. He just boxed right now. Vifix in the pit lane. Alright, so he's taking the gamble. He's 7.5 seconds clear on either side. I just saw that. So Vifix, okay, Thakurva, what's happening? Caesar and Vifix boxing at the same time. How beneficial is it going to be? Spandan has retired on the track. Is that a safety car? It is. It's a full safety car. So that is the best possible timing for a pit stop. And the Williams boys are really going to benefit from this. The safety car has come out here. Manan, he is possibly going to be overtaking the safety car as well. Okay, there's some amount of chaos going on. TBK gets a penalty for a collision with You Can Beat Me. Ibrahim gets multiple drivers getting a penalty there. Thankfully for Jishnu and Bharat, they avoided the safety car and they get to do a lap under Delta, but still, it's better than nothing. Vifix and You Can Beat Me battling under safety car. Not necessarily sure what's going on there, but Vifix he would have been the net leader, but at the moment he's on B7. Hershey. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. Sid Venkatesh with a drive through. Okay, what's happened here too? You Can Beat Me. Well, he's beating himself there, but doing what he's doing, and he has another spin for good measure. Thankfully, the next car is 25 seconds, 26 seconds behind, but Spandan's DNF really has thrown everything out of contention here, and Okay, front spanner in the works, and Smith will really be thanking his lucky stars. Jishnu onto the hards, Bharat onto the hards, Smith as well onto the hards. So everybody, I believe, is going to be on the hards. Said Venkatesh has a drive through. He is going to box, I believe. Or is he going to stay out? Said Venkatesh is going to box. Alright, so let's have a look at the tire situation. If nobody gets a penalty, Manan in the pits. Vifix obviously not gonna box. TBK is gonna box. Okay, don't get a penalty. Yup. Okay. So TBK, well, he's lost a position to a few drivers here, but he's gonna be on fresher tires. So I think that equates out in the end there. Sid Venkatesh on the softs. He might as well take a risk. Harshi with a penalty. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I mean, I know how it feels to have a drive under safety car. I've done it too many times. So my condolences to them. TBK, where is he going to come out in regards to the rest of the pack? He's going to be probably behind Pradeep and ahead of Abhishek. Yup. And Abhishek's getting past, you can beat me. After his 2 spins, you can beat me. Not really doing much to help out his cause, but I mean, nonetheless, let's have a look. Ibrahim, Abdul and Smith have a lot to do if they want to get back in contention. They are really far away from the rest of the field here. More so Smith. He had to make a pit stop there. So Abdul on the softs as well. Opportunistic gamble, I would say. I'm not necessarily going to say it's a good gamble, but okay. For anybody in the chat who is watching, for anybody who's watching the stream, there is a bit of news here. Apparently, Williams have parted ways with their team boss Jost Capito. So Vifix and Caesar would probably be getting this news right now, I expect. Not that it matters to them. They're driving virtual cars, but yeah. Nonetheless, let's just have a... I shall just go AFK for a moment. Alright, my apologies there. Just was I was making my own pit stop, charging up and restocking a bit of energy, but alright, Smith is the only car who's a bit further back from the rest of the field. Abdul has also caught up, so I expect the safety car to go on for one more lap. Williams have parted ways with their team principal Jost Capito and technical director FX de Maison, I believe that's his name. Not sure, but yep. Some F1 news in the off season. Any F1 news in the off season is pretty entertaining to see. The top few are Well, they're just waiting to get going again. Don't be fooled by Vifix and Caesar's extra lap on the hard tires. It's all under safety car, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Samad in the pit lane is going on to mediums. I expect him to be doing so. I can't see his tire, but he is on the mediums there. So pretty clever gamble by Abdul here. He waited, he knew exactly when the safety car would go in, and okay, there's a bit of bunching up going on here, or there's a bit of few gaps, stray gaps here. The Alpha cars, Alpha Tauri and Alfa Romeo of Manan and Thakurva got a bit close there, but everybody's kept their front wings intact. The two Williams getting pretty close. Well, nonetheless, I feel like it's gonna be interesting to see how well they can fare against the rest of the field. And I believe Bharat and Jishnu, it's not gonna be too difficult for them to get going again. What's happened to Thakurva? He has broken his front wing and oh no. Thakurva has had a moment, massive moment, or maybe okay, I'm not gonna pass any comments here. Something happened, unfortunate to Thakurva, and just a moment. So we have the safety car in this lap, and in case anyone was wondering what I was doing, commentator is running out of fuel. Commentator is refueling himself. Nonetheless, Bharat, let's be on board with him at the restart. We are going to have... What's happened to Manan? It's facing the wrong way. Does he have a front wing? I don't know if he does, but let's focus on Jishnu, who has bolted. Bharat behind him, not got the best of restart. And Vifix is chasing after him. The two Williams are pretty close. Easy level bot. Everybody weaving. If they need to warm up their tires... It is absolute horrible scenario for Manan and Thakurva, but everybody else seems to have got away pretty well. Manan gets a penalty, Thakurva stays out, and Ibrahim and Smith battling. Smith getting past the Mercedes there. So Ibrahim not necessarily... Okay, he gets a... Okay, odd line there. That's Smith facing the wrong way. Wow. Okay, he is... Yep. Had a pretty dismal restart there, and Bharat really has got his tires warmed up now, and he is absolutely setting after the Red Bull of Jishnu. These two have been a class apart the entire time, and they come to blows. No. Oh, I'm sure that's not how Bharat wanted to overtake his rival there. And Jishnu is now down in P5. Pretty unfortunate for both of them. I mean, contact is never a good thing. But are we going to see team orders here? Alpha Tauri gonna let the Red Bull by? I don't know. Let's have a look at Bharat's front wing though. There was a pretty hefty impact, and that is not... He still has an completely intact front wing. You can beat me getting past Sid Venkatesh. No, Sid Venkatesh getting past, you can beat me, but Sid Venkatesh has service drive-through, which he will do right away, as would Harshi. So these two, unfortunate for them. Jishnu does get past the Alpha Tauri without much deliberation. Now he's going to set after Caesar. I mean, you can just see the superior grip that the Red Bull has, and it's pretty straightforward, not even a competition. And Caesar has to eventually seed. He's fighting it, but yep, Jishnu does get ahead. Further back, Abdul and Ibrahim battling once again. These two, they came very close in the sprint and at a few times this race, but they thankfully don't come to blows here, and they hold on to their positions for now. Caesar, can he stay within touching distance of Jishnu? Jishnu, can he get past Vifix, say by the main straight? It is Vifix. It is a Williams ahead of him, sure, but it is still Vifix who we're talking about, so it's not going to be easy for Jishnu. But he's been pretty rapid. I expect him to carry on with the same progress. TBK, he had a few mishaps with that 5-second penalty more than anything, but he and Manan have 5 seconds. Harshi, Ibrahim and Shrikant have 3-second penalties. So nonetheless, okay, Jishnu getting very close to Vifix here and possibly looking to make a move into turn 1. DRS is enabled, but not on this occasion because obviously the DRS detection point is not anywhere near it. But Jishnu, he is gonna hold back. Yep, clever attacking by Jishnu there, but not a very clever car placement there by Jishnu. TBK and Shrikant getting pretty close, and is Jishnu going to be able to make the move here? I don't think he is. Let's focus on Shrikant and TBK. Shrikant pulling to the inside, getting close, but not able to do anything after that. Sid Venkatesh and Harshi, these two are the drive-through people, are the drive-through, and they are, after their individual drive-through, they are now battling for P15. So Sid V with the better exit and into turn 4 down the inside on the Aston Martin. TBK and Easy Level Bot battling. Nothing doing there. Let's focus on this battle between Harshi and Sid Venkatesh. And okay, they come pretty close. Sid V has to hold on for now. For the back, for up ahead, sorry, Shrikant on Easy Level Bot. He is gonna go for the move there. Please don't do that, Shrikant. That's too risky. His teammate behind him, Pradeep, I'm not sure how much Pradeep is going to be able to do. He was really in a race of his own until a few laps ago. And up ahead, Jishnu, he's closing up to Vifix. I think it's a pretty easy move here for Jishnu. Yep, not even a competition. And he gets past with ease. For the back, TBK on Caesar. Is he also gonna get past with ease? Is he gonna send one into turn 1? He almost does. He forces Caesar to take a different approach into turn 1, and through turns 2 and 3. It's a bit difficult for Caesar to get the power down because of his odd line. And TBK is gonna go for a move on the outside. They bang wheels there. Wow, they bang wheels again, and they bang wheels for a third time, which causes TBK to have a half spin there and lose 2 places in the process. And up ahead, Shrikant chasing after his level, but oh, they come so damn close. Wow. This is really entertainment at its finest. And an Alpine of Pradeep has had a spin. Who tagged him? I did see somebody tag him. Can I see the... Oh no, Pradeep is really struggling to get back on track. Please don't reset. Please don't reset to track, Pradeep. What are you doing? Alright, so a few drivers coming to grief. But alright, Shrikant. Okay, TBK has got past Shrikant. And now he's gonna set after the AlphaTauri of Easy Level Bot. What is Easy Level Bot going to be able to do? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that the mediums and the combination of the McLaren and the mediums are gonna beat the combination of the AlphaTauri and the hard tires. So let's see. Into turn 1, TBK, let's be on board with him. Is he gonna send one on the inside? He almost does, but he sends Easy Level Bot a bit deep into that corner. You can between the pits for some reason. I will get back to that. He goes onto the soft tires. TBK with a decent exit. Is he gonna go for a move down the inside? Yes, he is on the AlphaTauri. They almost make contact. I think they did make slight contact. And Easy Level Bot, okay, they come very close. He has to cede position for now. And Easy Level Bot is now down in P6. So not very sure what Easy Level Bot could have done. What else he could have done over there. Manan and You Can Beat Me very close. Oh, very reminiscent of Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz at the 2017 Bahrain GP there. But thankfully, they were a few meters apart rather than coming to blows. Jishnu not really able to get close to Bharat. He needs to get a move on. Bharat is doing well enough. Pradeep with a penalty after his multiple spins, and he's tumbling down the order. He's gone very deep into that corner. Not sure what's going on there. Abhishek's chasing after Shrikant. Shrikant himself getting a penalty there. So drivers not really helping out their own cause. They are getting a few penalties and well ruining their final race result. Jishnu has picked up the pace. As I said that he needs to do, he has picked up his pace. Vifix also somehow, well not somehow, we know it's Vifix, he can do it. Shrikant and Abhishek's ahead of Shrikant for now. Shrikant really battling everybody around him today. And with DRS I believe, yep, the Alpine on the Haas. It's not gonna happen on this occasion, but maybe in a few more corners we might see a move being made by Shrikant on the Haas of Abhishek's. Sidvi getting close as well. What's happened in sector 1, 2? Who's that? Pradeep once again. He's had a moment. He's just a spin, but I mean he was right with his teammate Shrikant there. He was P9 and now he's all the way down in P15. Very unfortunate for him. Jishnu within a lap. I mean I think he's gained a second and a half within a lap. So Bharat either made a massive mistake or Jishnu just massively upped his pace. I mean he is down by a few tenths. So let's see the times as they come across the line. I think Bharat made a pretty major mistake as they ended sector 2 or something, because I mean that's not what you expect to see. Let's see their lap times actually rather than their gap to their best time. Bharat sets a 1:33.4 and Jishnu, I couldn't see his lap time there. Thank you Codemasters for not being able to implement a very basic and simple feature. Jishnu into turn 1, he goes a bit deep. He has the pace, he knows it. He just needs to bide his time, and he just needs to bide his time, nothing else. Nothing more to it actually. Shrikant on Abhishek, TBK on Caesar. A lot of battling going on. Thakurva in the pits. I just want to say that if they're gonna box, they might as well box later on. You're gonna have fresher tires and you are gonna have a lighter fuel load and you're gonna know what time you're gonna have to beat. Both of them almost getting in the pit lane there. Manan and you can beat me. This is the battle for last place. And unfortunately, Thakurva has now taken the reins for the last place from them, and Manan has to now settle behind. You can beat me for now. What's happened in sector 1? It's an it's an Aston Martin of Smith. No. Bahrain has not done him very well tonight. And maybe it's the Aston Martin more than anything. Let's focus on the battle for the lead here. Jishnu, also let's focus on this battle. It's for P4, but TBK really doing very well to keep within touching distance of Caesar. What's happened further back?